Hi my lovelies, welcome to another makeup and beauty video on Tuesday morning. As you all know, I upload a makeup or beauty related video every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time, and every Sunday and Thursday you will get a fragrance and or lifestyle related video 9 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're new to my channel, I'm very happy you stopped by. Please consider subscribing to my channel, that red button right there, click that and ring the notification bell right next to it for all notifications, not just some, so that you will never miss any of my videos. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram where I post everything, even before YouTube. So I am doing Jaclyn Hill's Ride or Die tag. I know I'm years late to the game. This has been done by everybody on the planet. I'm probably the last person to do it, but that's okay. I've been meaning to do this video for a very long time. It's just something that I think is very fun to talk about the most favorite, your top products from every category, your ride or die products that you would never ever ever want to be without in your collection, in your makeup collection. So I'm only going to talk about the ride or die makeup products in this video. So if you want to see what they are, just keep watching. So I think I'm going to talk about products in the order in which I would actually apply them on my face. So I'm going to start with primers. So my ride or die pore filling primer that I absolutely love is by Tarte. This one is Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. So this is what it looks like. They just recently changed the packaging. It used to look different. I'll put a picture up here for you. So this is what it looks like. It's a very thick, kind of silicone-y pore filling primer. This one is amazing for your T-zone. So this is what it looks like. So I'm gonna show you kind of on the back of my hand here. So it just is very smoothing, as you can see. See how it's kind of smoothing over the back of my hand there. Very, very smoothing and line filling, pore filling type of primer. I don't think they changed the formula, but I remember people talking about them possibly having changed the formula. I did not notice such a big difference. If they did change the formula, then it wasn't very drastic or that noticeable. It still works really well. So this is what I like to use on my T-zone right here on my nose, over here where there are larger pores, here and there. I put that on top of usually my Tatcha Silk Canvas Liquid Primer, which I don't have right here with me because I ran out. I need to buy at least 2 of them, one and another backup from the Sephora VIB sale coming up here soon, just in a few days. So I just freshly ran out of my Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, the liquid one. I have hundreds of foundations in my foundation drawer, and yet I have only one ride or die foundation. It used to be a different foundation until this was recently launched, and now this has become my ride or die foundation. I don't know if there's something else that's going to come out in the future and replace this, but for now this is my ride or die. This one is Nars Soft Matte Foundation. This one is amazing. For me, I have oily-ish combination skin, and I have like texture on my skin. So for me, I prefer a full coverage foundation, at least medium to full coverage, if I want to actually do a glam look, you know. There are some days that I just want like a natural look, then I would use a different foundation. But overall, on a daily basis, usually when I put makeup on, I put on makeup because I want a glam look, right? If I want a natural look, I usually just really, not often do I just do just a very natural look. I just go without makeup, you know, if it's an occasion where I just don't feel like I need makeup or I don't feel like I need to glam up. then I would just go without makeup. So I don't think I've ever used a foundation that does such a great job just giving you an amazing even canvas to do makeup on. This one is just smoothing, it blurs everything, it covers everything, and it just evens everything out. It's the foundation I'm wearing on my skin today. As you can see, it's gorgeous. So Ride or Die, I am in the shade Syracuse. This is usually my shade. So my summer shade is Tahoe if I get really dark in the summertime, but usually it's Syracuse. It's my shade. When it comes to concealer, I actually should have talked about it before the foundation. This one goes usually under my foundation. This one is a color corrector. This is really the only color corrector that I really love. So this is by Charlotte Tilbury. It's Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Vanish color corrector. I am in the shade medium. So as you can see, I've hit pan. I've used, gosh, I don't know, like 10 of these now. I go through these like water. This is kind of a must-have for me, especially since I don't ever get enough sleep with my children and everything I have to do. So yeah, that's usually a must-have for me in my routine. So that's my only Ride or Die color corrector. When it comes to concealers, I have two. These two are both kind of the right consistency that I like for a concealer to have, that provides you really nice coverage. The first one is by Mcgrath. This is the Mcgrath concealer. I just love the consistency. It's kind of like a medium thickness, and it gives you really great coverage. So this is kind of what I'm looking for. And when you blend it out, it just blends out super well, and it just covers everything. So and this one does not crease. Even if you, let's say, didn't set this, it doesn't crease. It doesn't crease, so it's kind of crease proof. When it comes to cream contouring, there's only one product that I'm loving right now. There used to be another one that I absolutely used all the time until recently I realized that it was breaking me out. It's the Fenty contour stick, the Matchstick contour stick. I've used that for a long time, and I've always noticed that I get like breakouts right along my jawline and my jawbone where I would place the contour. And I was kind of in denial. I just like kept telling myself, nah, it's not that. But you know what? Recently, there's just no denying. I realized that it breaks me out. And there's some kind of like hydrogenated coconut oil, I think. I actually remember hearing that from several YouTube creators. They said the same thing, that they break out too from it. It probably has hydrogenated coconut oil. I remember one of them mentioning that. So I think I'm having the same issue. So right now my go-to contour is right here. This is by Tom Ford. This is the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate face palette right here. So this has this cream contour right here that's just absolutely gorgeous. So this is what it looks like. This is in the shade Intensity 1. So this is perfect shade for my skin tone. It blends like a dream. It just is perfect when it comes to blending. Goes on smoothly, just works just perfectly. It doesn't stick to anything, like the powder goes on top of it really well. If you like powder your face after cream contouring, the powder glides on perfect on top of it. And I also actually love this highlighter, this cream highlighter that comes with it. It's very kind of dewy sort of highlighter. That's really the purpose of it. The cream highlighters, they're just supposed to give you like this wet look, kind of like dew on your face. So I actually love the highlighter portion of it as well. I love to use this on a day where I'm trying to do like a more no makeup sort of natural look. Absolutely love this palette. Really, like I said, Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate range, they all work magic on me, honestly. So this is my Ride or Die contour right now, because my old one that I used to love, the Fenty contour stick, just breaks me out. So when it comes to face powders, I have a ton of different face powders that I actually love. I love a lot of them. So this was hard for me to pick just one or two out of all the powders that I love. I even love the Huda Beauty, what do you call it, baking powder. I love that one to set under the eyes. It's really nice. I also love my La Prairie powder, which is really beautiful, has a light scent which is very like luxurious. I love my Sicily powder, the beautiful Sicily powder with a little bit of a sheen. Love that too. I have like so many powders, I could keep going. But when it comes to setting my makeup, my foundation, I love this one right here. This one is Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder. And as you can see, I have hit pan. I don't even know which number this is. Like maybe this is like the 25th one. I've gone through so many of this. The only problem that I don't really care for is the fact that this has very little product. If I'm not mistaken, this only has like 0.28 ounces of product. That's nothing, you know, which is why I go through these like water. I mean, I go through them so fast because there's just not enough product in it. So, but I do love the thin compact to put in purses and stuff. It really works well. Love it. It gives you this airbrush look, just like the name suggests, very like, you know, smoothing. So when it comes to setting my under eye, there was only one powder that I absolutely love to wear. Unfortunately, Tom Ford decided to discontinue it, which is highly irritating to me. I don't know why they did that. This is also from the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate range. This is the Illuminating Powder in Translucent 01. But they discontinued this shade, or this one and the other shade. They used to have this yellow sort of banana color and then like a pinkish sort of peach one. These two got discontinued. They have like two new shades. They're neither here nor there, in my opinion. The new shades aren't really brightening. This is, you know, I've hit pan, but I'm afraid to use the rest of it. I'm kind of like using it sparingly these days because this is gone and it's not coming back. This one really brightens up my under eyes, really seamlessly, like kind of polishes almost my under eye, like it takes away any, you know, creasing or anything. If there's any like settling of products into creases under the eye, this smoothes everything out. Like it just gives you this sort of airbrushed, brightened look under the eye. So because it's being discontinued or already discontinued, I can give you an alternative. So this is my other Ride or Die under eye powder at the moment. This is by Tarte. This one is the Hyaluronic Hydra powder in the shade Colorless. So it's like zero colorless. So this is the Colorless powder. I have a little bit of like my foundation on it. It's supposed to be totally white. So this is like a totally white powder, but it's kind of disappears on the skin. It doesn't show up white at all. It just under the eyes, it brightens the under eyes really well. My Ride or Die under eye powder actually used to be by Becca. I don't know if you guys remember, it was like this Becca under eye brightening powder, something it was called. But Becca has gone out of business. I can no longer find that. Now that used to be my absolutely Ride or Die powder. It was so finely milled, which by the way, by Tarte is also very finely milled. This one kind of reminds me of the Becca. When it comes to powder bronzer, my favorite is right here, and this is by Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. I'm in the shade number 3. So this is like the medium, like a medium to tan color. The thing I love about this is that this is kind of like airbrush, you know, bronzer. It airbrushes everything, just kind of like the compact powder from Charlotte Tilbury, the airbrush setting powder. This one has the best shade. Like I don't love bronzers that are too reddish or too yellowish. This is like that perfect neutral bronzer shade, which I absolutely love. So this is what it looks like. Let me put a little bit of it for you to see. It really does a really good job. I think it's a nice tone, bronzer tone shade, because it's not red, it's not too like yellowish, it's just the right neutral shade. And when it comes to face palettes that, you know, come in just like a convenient palette, I must say I have two palettes that I absolutely die hard love. These are by Charlotte Tilbury as well. I thought I would introduce them now because these have bronzers, blushes, highlights, and everything. So let me show you the first one. This one right here is a Glow Gasm face palette in the shade Love Gasm. So this is like the dark version. And by the way, don't you love that cover right there? So this is in the dark. So this came in a light and dark version. So this is the dark version. I absolutely love this bronzer. By the way, again, beautiful neutral kind of shade there. Love this reddish blush. This actually doesn't look so strong on the cheeks. It looks really beautiful, like a flush of color. I absolutely adore this palette. I love the highlighter too, by the way. Really, really lovely. This is like amazing for traveling when you don't want to bring a whole bunch of stuff, but you want some kick-ass, you know, makeup products. You still want a nice blush, a nice bronzer, highlighter, all in one palette. This is what I take. Unfortunately, this has been discontinued, but she introduced this palette in its place. This one is Nude Gadson face palette, and this one is universal and it works on a large range of skin tones, starting from very light to almost, you know, super dark. Wouldn't work on super dark skin, but it works on a large variety of skin tones. Works on me, you know, and I'm quite tan, but anybody darker than me, I'm not sure. That's the only problem. They should be coming up with a dark version of this as well. And look at that bronzer and that sort of peach blush there. I absolutely love it. And here is the highlighter from the palette. Again, beautiful. Absolutely love this. So this one has like this bronzer, and it has also this kind of cool tone contour, which does work on my skin shade. Let me swatch it there for you. So yeah, as you can tell, it does work. It's a very cool tone contour powder. I don't use it as much because I don't like my contour to be too cool tone dark. I do use contour, but not that cool tone of contour, you know. Now I have blush to talk about. I have a few blushes that I absolutely love. Cream blushes, cream to powder blushes, and powder blushes. So the first one that I want to talk about are the cream blushes. When it comes to cream blushes, this one right here, the Danessa Myricks' new Dewy Cheek and Lip Palette. So this is what the cream blushes look like. As you can tell, I've been using them quite a bit. Let me show you how these blend. These blend really well. So there it is. There's one of the beautiful sunny orange red sort of tones. See how well it blends, and do you see that little slight dew? It looks super youthful on the skin. I love wearing cream products because they don't settle into lines, emphasize texture, all those things. So I've been loving cream blushes. Sometimes I top my cream blush with a beautiful powder blush, but not all the times. I like to just wear them, just the cream blushes. Now my next favorite blush is a cream to powder blush. This is by MAC. These are the Glow Play blushes. This one is in the shade Grand. So this is what the blush looks like, and here is the inside. As you can tell, it's kind of a cream to powder blush. Has a little bit of powderiness to it, but mostly cream. Again, blend so well. Looks super pretty on the cheeks. Very easy to use. They just glide on Love them. And when it comes to powder blushes, I love these Buxom blushes. These are so good. They just don't know how to explain to you guys. It kind of makes your cheeks look like naturally getting a flush. They are really beautiful. They're very pigmented, blend really well, go on very nicely. I want to get the Buxom blushes in more shades. I have it in a few shades. Same with the Glow Play. I want to get more shades. I have another face palette that I absolutely love. This one is actually, to me, a ride or die eyeshadow palette as well. Except, you know, it's also a face palette. Every single product in here is a winner. Natasha Denona knocked it out of the park with this palette. I have the dark version of this as well. This is, of course, the Natasha Denona Glam palette. Please ignore the finger print marks. This is such a stunning palette, as you can tell how I've hit pan on these eyeshadows. I love this highlighter. It's the most beautiful highlighter that does not emphasize your texture. It's one of the few highlighters I have in my collection that does not emphasize texture at all. It's got such a glow from within kind of glow. She developed it with some Japanese technology, if I'm not mistaken, that is supposed to give you that glow from within kind of look. And the blush in here, same thing, blends like a dream. Absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of cream to powder type blush. And these eyeshadows, I don't need to even talk about these eyeshadows. I have done a full review of this and the dark version of this. I have both. I did a full review of them. I will link it up here and down in the description box. So these are the eyeshadows on my fingertips. They are absolutely stunning. Let me sort of swatch them here on my hand real quick for you to see. They are just beautiful. I will hit pan absolutely on each and every one of these in here. I know that for a fact. This is an absolutely stunning palette. Love this, and this is great for traveling as well because it's a nice size and everything. So that is one of my ride or die eyeshadow palettes and ride or die face palettes. Oh, well, here is my dark version. I have the dark version as well. Here's the dark palette inside of it. Same gorgeousness, only darker. Love these two palettes. I will never be without them. I will repurchase them every time I hit pan on those. So when it comes to mascaras, my favorite right now is this one, the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes. So this side is actually kind of volumizing, whereas the other side curls and lengthens. So this is the other kind of curved one that kind of curls and kind of lengthens. Really nice. It looks like, you know, you're wearing false lashes. When it comes to eyeliners, my favorite is right here by Tarte. This is Tarte Man Eater eyeliner. This one is like my favorite because it does such an amazing job of, you know, doing such a black matte eyeliner, and it really, to me, it helps with my liquid liner. It's very easy to use. I love brush tips like this. I do not like the felt tips. These brush tips are the best in my opinion. Even if you're a beginner, I know you might think, you know, felt tips are easier. I tell you, if you learn to use a brush tip from the beginning, seriously, you would learn to use it quickly and you will learn to do eyeliner better from the beginning. That's my opinion. This is my ride or die right now. Okay, and when it comes to eye kohls, you know, eyeliners, there's really only one that I absolutely love when it comes to black eyeliners anyway. I have other favorites for like colorful eyeliners, but look at this black eyeliner. I mean, have you seen anything better than this? Honestly, look at that. I mean, this is like the blackest, most beautiful, easy to use eye kohl ever. Pat McGrath really makes a very good eyeliner. By the way, with the Bridgerton collection, they're bringing out this like beautiful thick eye kohl. Oh, I can't wait to get that one. Do you know how much you can do with that? Not like your regular eyeliner, but you can do like all over black and then put other colors on top, or you can put it on the end and smudge it. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to try that one. This is my favorite black eyeliner. When it comes to eyebrow setters, there's only one I love. This one is Benefits 24-hour brow setter by Benefits Cosmetics. This is like a smaller version of it. There's a bigger version. I have to get another one during Sephora VIP sale. These you can use forever. I love this one. This one really, you know, does the job, gets the job done. It doesn't make them look like laminated brows, which I hate. I love to just have natural eyebrows like a everyday person, not like, you know, some weird creature with the laminated brows. It's such a pet peeve of mine. That's one trend that I can live without. When it comes to lipstick, two brands I gotta tell you that I love. There's Lisa Eldridge. This one, Lisa Eldridge's Velvet Matte Formula. I mean, look at that bullet. It looks like a velvet around. And when you swatch, you can see how beautifully powdery, creamy that matte is. And it's very comfortable formula. It's not even a little bit drying. It makes your lips look like pillows. Not just this one. No, that's Lisa Eldridge. Let me swatch another color from Lisa Eldridge before I show you my next favorite brand. So yeah, they make your lips look like pillows, like cushions. And my next favorite is Gucci Matte Rouge et Lèvres lipstick line, and the matte lipsticks matte formula from them. They also make your lips look very pillowy. So there's that. When it comes to lip glosses, there are only a few that I love as well. This one right here, the Marc Jacobs lip glosses. This is what I'm wearing on my lips today. These are so beautiful, so pigmented. It just looks like glass on the lips. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is so pretty. It looks like glass. I love Marc Jacobs lip gloss. Pat McGrath lip liners, as you can tell. As you know, they're very creamy, but not too creamy, just the right amount. They glide on so nice. They stay put, they don't budge. So you guys, those are my ride or die makeup items in every category. Those are what I cannot live without. If I had to give up everything in my collection and keep just a few products for each category, these are what I would keep. Let me know down in the comment section what are your ride or die makeup products. I would love to hear from you all. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Ring that notification bell right next to it so you'll never miss any of my videos. Follow me on Instagram. I will see you guys in my next video.